Nay, in a world painted in shades of brown and green lived an ant named Flint. He was just like any other ant in his colony, carrying leaves, digging tunnels, and following the Queen's scent trail. But one day, something extraordinary happened. While struggling with a particularly large crumb, Flint tumbled down a small slope and landed near a strange, glowing mushroom. A peculiar scent filled the air, and a tingling sensation washed over him. When he finally scrambled back to his feet and saw his friend, Boulder, he opened his mouth to make a standard clicking sound, but instead, words came out. "Boulder, you won't believe what just happened." Boulder dropped his leaf, his antennae twitching in shock. He stared at Flint, utterly bewildered. "Flint, try it again. It's me, Flint. I can talk." Panic flickered in Boulder's eyes. He scurried away, leaving Flint alone with his newfound, terrifying ability. The news spread like a wildfire fanned by 1,000 tiny wings. The colony was in an uproar. An ant that could speak? It was unnatural, a bad omen. The elders convened, their antennae drooping with concern. They saw Flint not as a marvel, but as a threat. He was different, and difference bred fear. The Queen, a wise and ancient ruler, declared that Flint was to be isolated, his curse a potential danger to their way of life. Mistrust became Flint's shadow. Ants he had known his whole life would divert their paths to avoid him. He was given the most difficult tasks, sent to the farthest, most dangerous foraging grounds alone. He faced hardships he'd never known, battling spiders and navigating treacherous puddles all by himself. Loneliness was a heavy burden, heavier than any leaf he'd ever carried. He would sit by himself at night, watching the fireflies, and whisper stories to the wind, his only audience. He desired nothing more than to belong again, to feel the familiar touch of a friendly antenna, to share in the colony's collective purpose. One sweltering afternoon, a deafening rumble shook the ground. The earth split open, a massive crack tearing through the heart of their anthill, collapsing tunnels and trapping dozens of ants, including the Queen, deep within the rubble. The colony descended into chaos. No one knew what to do. The scent trails were gone, the tunnels blocked. It was then that Flint saw his chance. His voice, once a source of fear, could now be their salvation. He climbed onto the highest point of the ruined mound. "Listen to me," he shouted, his voice clear and steady. "I can guide you. I can coordinate a rescue." At first, they hesitated, the ingrained mistrust still present. Desperation was a powerful motivator. A young aunt named Spark, who had always watched Flint from a distance, with curiosity rather than fear, was the first to step forward. "I'll help," she chirped. Her courage was contagious. Others joined in. Flint, using his ability to communicate complex plans, organized them into digging teams and rescue brigades. "You three, clear this passage. Boulder, your strength is needed here to move this large pebble." For the first time, his words weren't a curse. They were a tool, a symbol of leadership. He directed the effort with a will of iron, fueled by his desire to save his family. Through the long, grueling hours, Spark stayed by his side, his first true companion. She relayed his messages, her quick movements, an unwavering belief in him, inspiring everyone. Together, they were a beacon of hope in the darkness. They dug tirelessly, moved mountains of dirt. And finally, they broke through to the chamber where the Queen and the others were trapped. A cheer erupted, a sound of pure, unadulterated joy. Flint had done it. He had saved them all. From that day on, everything changed. Flint was no longer an outcast, but a hero. The Queen, safe and sound, officially named him the colony's first speaker. A leader who would use his unique gift to guide and protect them. The mistrust melted away, replaced by respect and admiration. He was never lonely again, with Spark always by his side, their companionship a testament to the power of acceptance. The ant hill was rebuilt, stronger and more unified than ever before. Flynn learned that what makes you different doesn't have to isolate you. Sometimes, it's the very thing that makes you essential. And in their little world of brown and green, they lived happily. A colony united, not just by scent, but by the sound of a voice. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like and subscribe for more.